3F and Mr. Peretti. Today you'll be watching the video we made of Act 3, Scene 1. We decided to film it and we will be acting it out. The breakdown of our presentation is 1, we describe the scene, 2 is how we transform the scene, and finally, you'll be watching our video.
Well, as Adam said, we worked on Act 3, Scene 1, and for those of you who have already read it, you'll know that it's a very interesting scene. There are 2 parts to the scene. First, Salanio and Salarino talk to Shylock about Antonio. Then Tubal gives information to Shylock about Jessica, Shylock's daughter. Salarino and Salanio are special characters. They don't make any actual actions to the play. They're informative characters. They talk to each other and as a result give information to the audience that they need to know. In this scene, the role of Salarino and Salanio are to tell the audience that Antonio can't pay Shylock back, and they explain how Jessica ran away from Shylock and why she did it.
The second half of the scene is very clever. Shakespeare wrote for entertainment purposes. It's when Shylock is talking to Tubal, and they get news on Jessica and Antonio. It's clever because when Tubal switches from good news to bad news, and vice versa. Every time Tubal brings up news about Jessica, Shylock is depressed. But when he talks about Antonio, Shylock is happy. To sum up the scene, we can say it's a catch-up scene, and it doesn't really affect the play. It just informs the audience of what's going on. There are two differences between Shakespeare's original scene and our scene. 1, Salanio and Salarino are informative characters, so we portrayed them as news reporters, and that is when they're interviewing Shylock.
The second difference is that we made the scene modern day culture and language. But not only that, we also changed the occupations of the main characters. Instead of being loan sharks and merchants, Shylock and Antonio are the leaders of the top companies in the stock exchange. The reason why these occupations are related is because they can both be very successful and very risky at the same time. On a good day, a merchant's boats will bring back all his cargo, and a businessman's stocks will increase splendidly. On a bad day, a merchant's boats will crash and he will go bankrupt, and a businessman's stocks will drop and he will go bankrupt also.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy our presentation.
Hello, Class 3F. And I'm your anchor, Tits McGee. Who changed the prompter? Houston. Hi, and welcome back to Merchant of Venice News. I'm your anchor, Salanio. And today's top story, a man by the name of Shylock lent his arch nemesis 100,000 euros. And on top of that, his daughter ran away with one of Antonio's friends and took all his prized possessions with her. We're gonna go on scene. Let's see what happens. Thanks, Salanio. Hi, I'm Salarino, and I'm on scene with Shylock, the greatest businessman of our generation, and we're gonna discuss his situation with Antonio. So, handsome, what's going on with you and Antonio?
Well, me and Antonio, we're the leaders of the top companies competing for top business in the stock exchange. We've been competing for 10 years for the title. Just recently, I loaned Antonio 100,000 euros. And if he doesn't pay me back in a month, I have a signed contract to kill him. The reason why he agreed to these terms is because he's expecting a large increase in his stocks. What are you doing?
I'm on Twitter, relax. Well, Scheinmeister, have you heard about Antonio's recent collapse in the stocks and how he's not going to be able to pay back?
What was that, Antonio?
Hey, shh, Steve-O, make up.
Great Knights of Columbus, are you kidding?
You were saying? Proceed.
Well, as I was saying, that's another bad deal I've made. That dishonest, greedy man now has to hide his head in shame. That big spender, ooh, so confident. He used to look so smug in front of his businessmen. He's insulted me for the last time. Let him think of the great deal of money he owes me, and think of me as his superior, and think about how he will die in his near future.
You're not actually gonna kill him, are you? I mean, where's your heart? What's gonna kill him? Doesn't do any good.
Of course I'll kill him. If you only knew how much pain he's caused me and my company. He's disgraced me and cost me 100,000 euros. Laughed at my company's downhill periods, mocked our uphill periods, made fun of our success, turned my friends against me, riled up my enemies. His only reason is that he's greedy and wants to beat me bad in the stocks. And he's the devil in a human body. And the game of stocks and bargains and loans is all about revenge, and that is exactly what I'm gonna get.
Bro, that's deep. Pound it.
Yeah, so I said to the guy, hold that thought. Antonio wants to speak to Venice News? Great, that's a Columbus. This is amazing.
It's my line.
Oh!
What? Your freaking pants are ugly.
Hi, it's me again. Shylock, thank you for all your time. What a class act. You know what's classy? You, class 3F.
Hello, Tubal. I've asked my assistant to keep me informed on my stocks through this earpiece. Any news from my daughter in Genoa?
I went everywhere where I found news about her, but I couldn't find her.
One of the diamonds she stole from me cost me 200,000 euros in Frankfurt. There's also many other jewels and diamonds she stole that are worth a fortune. Oh, my precious money. I wish my daughter were here dead at my feet in her coffin with my jewels, diamonds, and euros. She stole so much money. I gave Antonio so much money, and I'm spending so much money to find Jessica, my daughter. Loss upon loss. I haven't got my revenge. The only luck I have is bad luck. And nobody suffers but me. And on top of that, my stocks just went down.
You're not the only one who had bad luck. I heard Antonio's stocks have been decreased, and not many people are buying his. I spoke with one of our former alliances. They're dropping out.
Oh God, thank God, thank you, Tubal. Thanks for the good news. Oh gee, my stocks just went up.
I also heard that your daughter spent 8,000 euros in Gano's last night alone.
Ah, it's like you're sticking a dagger in me. I'll never see my money again. 8,000 euros in one shot? 8,000? And now my stocks are going down.
I came to Venice with a number of Antonio's creditors who say that Antonio is going badly bankrupt.
Oh, I'm very glad about that. I'll torture him, I'm very glad. My stocks are rising and rising.
One shop owner showed me a ring from your daughter in exchange for a monkey.
Damn her! You're torturing me, Tubal. That was my turquoise ring. Leia gave it to me before we were married. We wouldn't have given her away for a whole jungle of monkeys. I've just lost a lot of money in my stocks. Ugh.
But Antonio is certainly you.
That's true, Tubal. Go find me an officer to arrest Antonio. Get him ready 2 weeks ahead in advance. I'll kill him if he can't pay. Finally, my stocks are higher and are averaging out. Go, Tubal. Meet me at the court. Oh my lord. One of the diamonds she stole from me cost me 200,000 euros in Frankfurt. There was also many other jewels and diamonds she stole. There were Ah, it's like you're sticking a dagger in me. I'll never see my money again. 8,000 euros in one shot? 8,000?
In the personal columns was this letter I wrote. If you like pina coladas, get caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love.
Hello, class 3F. You're watching our
French class.
Hello, class. You're watching our presentation of Merchant of Venice. Hello, class 3F. You're watching our presentation of Merchant of Venice. Actually, scene 1. We decided to film ourselves.
Doing?